And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome po sa ating Weekday Church Online. Ito po ang Joyful Noise. Ako po ang inyong host, si Lee Angelo, but you can call me Lee. Sabi nga po sa Matthew 24 verse 13, but the one who endures to the end will be saved. Gets? What is joyful noise? Ito na ang kanyang premise. Well, according po sa Psalms 100, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Every song has a story. Dito po sa ating programa, papakinggan natin mga hinahanda ng church and explain ko bakit ito dapat katahin at bakit ganyan ang kanyang lyrics. Of course, in between 5 to 20 minutes. Now, this is one of my favorites. And honestly, it might be yours as well. Baka ikaw rin. Normally, hindi ako isang taong mahilig sa mga sikat na kanta just because sikat sila. Pero this song is famous for a reason. We'll find that out in a bit. This song is titled Oceans, sometimes known as Where Feet May Fail. This song is made by Joel Houston, isang creative director / songwriter and co-pastor ng Hillsong NYC. Wow. Matt Crocker, isang worship leader from Sydney, Australia. And finally, Salomon Ligthelm. Isa siyang prolific na film and art director both inside Hillsong and outside. Isa-search niya ang pangalan pag sinearch niya ang pangalan sa Google, may kita niyo website niya. Grabe. Ganda. The song's studio version and live version, at pati na rin yung mga iba pang rendition na ikinanta ni Thea Smith from Hillsong United, where this song is from. Dito siya kilala, actually. Daming comments ngayon. Sabi ni Norden Guevara, Hailey, sabi po ni, lovely Guevara, ninyo, heart. Ito po talaga yung mga early ngayon. Sabi po ni Pastora Nina, Hailey, sabi po ni Pastora, sabi po ni Ate Lovely, hello Lee, sabi po ni Tita Lizelle, heart, sabi po ni Lea Villaflor Guevara, hi Lee, hello po sa inyo lahat, sa lahat po nag-hello, kahit nag-hello lang kayo, papakita ko kayo sa comments. Bago po lahat, kung nagustuhan niyo po ang Joyful Noise, be sure to support us like yung kanina by liking, commenting, and sharing this episode. Feel free, pindutin niyo din po yung mga reacts dyan. And comment down, let me know what you think. And let's go. Let's go.
Best when we're broken, because I feel like that's the moment where God gets to kind of be made evident. And it gives us an opportunity to love and to trust and to operate from a place of His strength, not our own.
You called me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of. Come on, do you believe it tonight? Spirit lead me where my trust is without words, and you occupy the words. Wherever you would call me, take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. I will call upon your name. Keep my eyes above the waves. My soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours, and you are mine.
What's been the feedback for your performance on Oceans?
I don't want to, not to sound like, because it's not about me. Well,
Be honest. What's been the feedback for your performance on Oceans?
yeah. People said thank you. Some people thank me. I know it sounds weird, but for the high note, because they're like, it's that moment when I get emotional. Just, you know this. Yeah, people just said thank you because it's like maybe that moment for them is like the moment where they just don't know like words to cry out to God, or like words to explain a situation, and like it just kind of like unlocks things. Some people have said that it's like giving expression to something that I didn't know that I could say to God, or like have that moment of like, this is so hard, yet I trust you. And yeah, that's the main thing people have said. So
Jesus.
Ay, sorry, tinitingnan ko lang kung gaano kataas boss niya. Anyways, that was Oceans by Hillsong United. Kung na-bless po kayo sa kanta natin, be sure to let us know in the comments. Wow, ang dami mga comments natin ngayon. Nandito na din po si Pastora Jing. Hello po. Sabi po dito, God bless po sa iyo, Brother Lee. God bless din po sa inyo. Glory to God. Glory to God lang po itong ginagawa ko po ngayon. Sabi ni Pastor Norden, like all songs, Christian or not, all songs start with one simple idea, a simple idea. At ito ay tinatawag nating melody. Simple enough. Ang mga songwriters dito, like I said, si Joel at Matt, they were on an apartment sa New York noong una nila sinulat yung Hillsong United album na Zion. Oceans was one of the last songs actually on their mind while writing the rest of the album. One of the writers wanted to continue writing Oceans by just emailing them some ideas. As in, ini-email lang sa kanila. Nung nagsimula sila magsulat, they did some sort of a method writing by locking themselves in New York habang nagsusulat sila. Tapos, tinulak nila lahat ng mga furniture. Tinulak nila lahat ng mga appliances doon. Ng couch, sofa, mga kahit ano. Tinulak nila lahat lang yan para may space sila para magsulat. Composer yung tatay ko, pero hindi ko pa siya nakita ang gumawa ng ganun. Wow, maybe that's the solution. Like last week's song, Oh Come to the Altar, at first, most of the melodies didn't match that much. Yung mga melodies, hindi nagtugma, hindi bagay. Simply, Matt decided to find a way para itagpi-tagpi yung mga melodies na yun. And it took them multiple listens para ma-realize nila kung gaano kaganda nga yung kanta. And yung salita dito that I can describe best is gorgeous. And this is when they made the title of the song because it feels like oceans. And while in production, Matt Crocker went on Sydney with his friend Salomon. Dito na siya papasok. Now, Salomon was a great storyteller, according to Matt. And when Matt asked him na, pwede mo ba akong tulungan for this song? And he immediately, see, Solomon, turned it into a testimony of faith, changing the lyrics to become more inspired by Peter walking with water on Jesus. And that is where they completed the song. Sabi nga po sa Matthew 14 verse 25 to 26, shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them, walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. It's a ghost, they said. And they cried out. And dito tayo magsisimulang pag-usapan yung song mismo. Now, at first, if you're not familiar with a lot of scripture, tas tinignan mo lang yung lyrics ng Oceans, it feels like a love song. As if it's a song directly talking to Jesus as you, except for one small line. Some sources even call it a boyfriend complex. But I say ito ay isang magandang example ng pagpapalakas ng relationship mo kay God. Not boyfriend or even best friend na relationship, but between Lord and you. And it turns from the events on the New Testament into something that we all had to go through ourselves. Parang yung David at parang yung Goliath natin sa buhay. Parang ganun. Let me continue the scripture. On Matthew 14, this is when the disciples saw Jesus walk on water for the very first time. Marami sila nun. And Peter wanted to walk with him too. Hindi dahil papasikot siya or pabibo siya o ganun. It's because Peter's faith of Jesus was firm. Peter's faith in Jesus is firm. And he wanted to go to him. And he wanted to follow him all of his life. Pati na rin sa dagat. And, may chance kang maglakad sa tubig. On verse 28, Peter said, Lord, if it's you, Peter replied, tell me to come to you on the water. Come, Jesus said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came toward Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and he was beginning to sink. He cried out, Lord, Lord, save me! And he fell down. And on this song, and on Oceans, the bridge cries out, Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters, wherever you would call me. Sabi nga ni Joel Houston na it's when we're broken when God becomes more and more evident in us. I'd say this is not a song of victory, but rather a song that cries out, seeks God. Like the chorus says, and I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. Chorus taken from Romans 10 verse 13 na everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. Remember Peter? He did fall off of fear and conquered him that day. Pero Jesus still caught his hand. Nasalo niya pa rin si Peter. Of course. And the wind that scared Peter? Gone. Biglang nawala. It died down. And Peter was still safe in God's hands. But out of all of this, the disciples were on a boat. Nasa isang bangka sila sa gitna ng Sea of Galilee when this happened. And as that happened, the wind became stronger and stronger. And yet, when Jesus walked to the boat, they were so scared. They were so terrified. But take this. He said one thing and one thing only. Take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid. It's when we are broken when God becomes more and more evident in us. Nahanap ko lang to ngayon. Gusto ko lang to i-share sa inyo. So, as you may know, Hillsong has 3 divisions on their music ministry. Pag sinearch mo Hillsong Spotify, meron 3 lalabas. You have Hillsong Worship, Hillsong United, and Hillsong Young and Free. Now, minsan nagtaka ako, ano yung difference ng 3? Well, here is the thing. Now, obviously, Hillsong Young and Free is the youth ministry. It says there on their biography, while Hillsong Worship helps local churches around the world grow through genuine worship to the Lord. And while Hillsong United is reaching to individuals inside and outside the church by creating amazingly unique music. However, pareho sila ng mission, vision, and core values. Gets? Wow. Anyways, Ang daming mga comments ngayon. Woo! Sabi po ni Lea Villaflor Guevara, kaka-bless naman. Sabi po ni Tito Bill, awesomely, God bless. Sabi po ni Norden Guevara, wow, music lesson ha, melody ay tono ng kanta. Last week meron din po ako niyan, 6844. Sabi po ni Pastora Nina, nice song. Sabi po ni Norden Guevara, parang ikaw ako, palakad-lakad kapag nagko-compose. Sabi po ni Pastor. Sabi po ni Ate Lolita, wow, nice song. Wow! I even love the more knowing its background. Thanks, Lee. Love the song more because of your background research. Hindi lang pabibo si Peter, kundi complete surrender niya kay Jesus. Just like a baby practicing to walk. And her mom is as focused, kaya siya nakakalakad ng malayo. Yes, take it from the pastor. Sabi po ni Lea Villaflor Guevara, amazing story of oceans song. Thanks, Lee. Whew! Anyways, kung nagustuhan niyo po ang program natin ngayon, magugustuhan niyo yung mga iba dito. Meron pa tayong mga Biblia Eskwela. We have Tula para sa Diyos at Akila on Fridays. And we have Joyful Noise every Saturdays. Meron pa tayong mga ibang program including Worship Wednesday, Idol to Ideas, Talento para kay Kristo, and Discarded Tips. Actually, almost all of them are on our Facebook page, CTTP Sinal Village Church. So check that out. Ako na lang po yung nagre-release ng mga bagong episodes this week. So check us out every Saturday at 5 p.m. If you can, try to be early. No pressure. Might as well. Live po tayo dito ngayon sa ating YouTube channel, Weekday Church Online. Subscribe din po kayo dyan. Nasa link into this video right now. Anyways, catch us live every Saturday at 5 p.m. Like I said nga po. Sabi po ni Ate Susan, hi Lee, hello po sa inyo. Sabi po ni Ate Lizelle, Heart React, and catch us live every Saturday at 5 p.m. for another brand new song to uncover like this one. This is one of my favorites na. Kung replay po, kung nanood po kayo ng late, pwede niyo pong i-replay to essentially para makita niyo po yung buong story ng song Oceans. Once again, I'm your host, si Lee Angelo, nagsasabing, pag ginawa mo for the glory of God, noise man para sa iba, worship na ito kay Lord. So don't forget to make a joyful noise. Thank you.